few things. I'm getting real tired of hearing a lot of stuff and nonsense and stuff like that. Anyhow, it's like I'll say to people, where do you live? They'll say, Canada. I'll say, how can you live in Canada? Well, I live in Canada. Well, how can you live in Canada? Canada's just a name on a piece of paper. So if I ask you where you live and you say Canada or the United States, so you're telling me you live in a piece of paper? Myself, I live in my body. Okay, that's where I reside. I reside in my body. I don't live at addresses. I don't add dresses. I don't wear dresses. It's just that simple, okay? I don't live on the outskirts. I don't wear skirts, okay? Because I live here. I live in my body, okay? So now that we've established that, we're going to do a little wordplay here because it's time for people to wake up. You know, everything comes down to, do you want to deal with cons? Do you want to deal with congressmen, conservatives, Republicans? Do you think these people rely? They L-I-E again in a pub? Of course they do. You know, look at Condoleezza Rice. Her name, Conda. You know, Condoleezza Rice, for God's sakes, you know. And then people will move into condos, condos. I'd rather be a condo, thanks, than a condo. You know, it's all part of the gauge, the land gauge, the language, right? So, you know, it's like we've got some people here who are politicians, and I'm not going to mention their first names or whatever, but, you know, we have a guy, the name is Mandel. You think he deals in men? Mandel, right? Just add an A, Mandel, that's it. You know, there's another cat, his name is Shipka, K.A., also known as the Ship, A.K.A., right? Another guy's name is Dorward. These are all like politicians, guys. I have politics. I can't make this stuff up. His name is Dorward. You think he's a warden to the door? And another cat's name was Lockin. So you got the warden to the door, the other cat locking these guys up. Well, Buddy's making a man deal on the ship, a.k.a. the Shipka. Another person I was dealing with, you know, the name was Manigo. You think they want to see man gone? They don't like you people, and they don't like us neither. They think they're high up on a pedestal. You know, look at George Walker Bush. You know, 6 letters in George, 6 letters in Walker, Bush is 4, and then you add Junior, you've got 666. Like, I can't make this shit up, people, you know. And then, you know, back to churches, you know, like, did not Jesus in the Bible flip the money changers' tables? Why? Because commerciality is a no-no. It's you know, religion starts here, not in a building, right? So, you know, and then you deal with these bishops, you know, where I come from, B and an I spells buy and then shop. And what do these cardinals do? These cardinals, right? It's just a game of cards, kid. That's all life is when you play the commercial game. But these bishops, you know, they're, I mean, not all of them, but the majority of them are a bunch of pedophiliacs, and it's just that simple. In fact, you know, there's a street in my city called Kinsella. You think they're a seller of your kin? Of course they are, folks. So, you know, I just want to point this out, right? And, you know, even back to bishops and stuff, there's a school called Bishop O'Leary. You think they'll be a little leery after they get a hold of your kids? Of course they will. And then people are sending their kids to a school called Kilkenny. Kilkenny, for God's sakes. And then some of my family actually used to live on a street called Killarney. Killarney, like, you know, it's like living on Moorman Road in Saskatchewan or something, or here in Alberta. Are you a man of war? It's time to wake up, people, you know. It's just that simple. And, you know, like even names like Goldman Sachs. You think he's a man with a sack of gold? Of course he is. So, you know, I just want to point this stuff out to you people. It's time to wake up, even back to Cardinal in the church, you know. Cardinal, right? What's life? It's a game of cards. And when you go to court, well, it's just a game of cards, folks. And whoever has the most cards, whoever has the most chips, has the most liability, L-I-E, ability, the ability to lie. And hence, that's why they call it reliability, the ability to rely again, because they have the most chips. So do you think you're going to win? No. Now, regarding all my videos, okay, you know, it's plain and simple. So people are writing me and stuff, and they're going, oh, your videos, oh, I'm so confused. It's simple, people. I've got the Alberta court document, which I'm willing to share with anybody and everybody who wants. It's already posted on one of my sites. But the bottom line is, basically, like, if you don't want to be governed by Canada, simply leave Canada. say, I am not a Canadian. All your licenses, certificates, everything's being revoked. Have it certified, which means to be notarized, not commissioned for oath. Have it authenticated, or have it authenticated here in Canada, which is a notary certificate of confirmation, or an apostille in the States, and it's done. That's it. That's all. Now you're free. Now you're no longer a tax slave, and they're not using your tax slave in dollars and half your life's precious energy/currency. It's always down by the sea, and that's where you find riverbanks, obviously banks. But they're not can no longer use your currency to go murder little brown innocents overseas. So it's just that simple, folks. So now that we've addressed the leaving Canada, it's just that simple. I have notarized, authenticated, apostilled, whatever, right? Now, a lot of people, too, they're asking me, oh, well, can you help me with this, and can you help me with that? They all seem to want to know the truth, but when I give them the truth, they don't want the truth because it conflicts with their normal train of thought. And so if people, you don't want the truth, please don't watch my videos, because it might just be the biggest slap across your face. It's a wake-up call is what it is. I know, I see with my two eyes now. I realize. I don't real, L-I-E-S. I realize. I see with my eyes, right? So, stop going into court, people going, oh, well, I demand this. If I demand my car or my boat, obviously somebody's going to come along and claim it as salvage. And that's the salvation they speak of in the Bible. You always command. I've never heard a judge in my life say, well, I'm demanding that. No, he commands his court because he is the man of that court. So stop with these these silly demands and all that stuff, people. And, getting back to the Bible and stuff, it's time to act like gods. Ye are gods. May Christ be in you and also in you. Lift up your heart because you are Jesus. The Christos flows through your spine. People, please stop bashing all these religions. These religions espouse beautiful information, such as don't kill your neighbor, love your neighbor. Is that so hard? And then people are going, oh, well, wars are being fought over religion. Are wars being fought over words on a page? No. It takes people to pick up guns. So wars are being fought by people, not by words in a book, people. So please stop bashing all these religions. It's really growing old when all they're espousing is love. It's like the sun of God. Well, the sun in the sky is the son of God. Peter is Jupiter. Virgo is Mary. The 12 constellations. It's just that simple, people. Stop looking into this stuff too deep, going, well, Jesus is coming to save us. No, you are Jesus. He already established. He said, ye are gods, and may Christ be in you and also in you. Lift up your hearts. They're telling you, stop thinking with your mind and start feeling with your heart. Okay, people? So please, people, let's get away from all that nonsense. Now, you want to be selfish, you want to sell fish when you can just go down to the drink and catch them? Obviously not, right? Jesus was a fisherman of men because the Bible, metaphorically speaking, along with all these other religions, are telling you to work smarter, not harder. Feel with your heart. Get out of Babylon. Babble, 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 babble. The truth requires few words, okay? It's like people send their children to school. Well, who goes to school? Fish go to school. And we live in the age of Pisces. Pi says 3.14. What do they do at schools? They take head counts. It's just time to wake up, people. Stop being fish. Stop going to school for head counts and lessons. Less on. Myself, I want to be a moron, thanks, okay? So I just want you people to realize this, EYES, okay? It's like we have trucking companies here in Canada. They're called laid law. Who do you think lays the laws? Who do you think makes the laws, There's a company called West Steel, W-E-S-T-E-E-L. We steal. You think they're stealing your precious resources? Oh, you can bet your sweet ass they are. It's like Sears Roebuck. The first three letters, C, Roe, Buck, all about the money, folks. And all these people, too, getting back to this birth certificate stuff, that is not your account. So if you think that's your account, well, why are you not getting dividends from that account then if you're truly a shareholder? So please, people, give up this birth certificate bullshit, because the bottom line is, if you pay taxes, you're a slave. And I don't see anybody getting dividends back, so obviously you're not a shareholder. They are shareholders, and they trade that birth certificate at your expense. And pence is a British form of currency like the franc in France. So they're telling you that they're soul trading, they're trading your soul. And I don't mean the sole of your feet. They're trading your soul at your expense, and meanwhile you're feeding that monster. So if If you people want to continue to be slaves and whatnot, that's fine and dandy. So, now, like, back to people living on streets like Kilkenny. You want to send your children to a school called Kilkenny or Bishop O'Leary or Kinsella or Warman or Killarney? No, I don't think so. Something else I'm real tired of, people. Stop calling yourself goddamn Freemans. So you work for free? Is that what you're telling me? So you're a slave? That was an old Anglo-Saxon term for a slave. So I just thought I'd share that. It's like even some of the words in the gospel, Be mindful of these. Are you a Protestant? Protest ant, right? You want to be a defend ant when you go to court. Who do ants defend? They defend the queen ant. It's just time to wake up, people, It's almost like they're going to court and they're saying, well, I'm not the one suing you. We're suing you in right of Her Majesty. Oh, okay, well, if Her Majesty's suing me, I have the right to face my adversary, and if not, this whole thing is fraud. And furthermore, if all you Canadians who live in a democratic society, if nobody can truly own anything, how dare somebody else make a claim on your property if nobody can own anything in a democratic society? And it's time to wake up and get out of that democratic society. At an end, what do you have? You got demonic, I guess, demon I see, so it's just time to wake up. We all know demo means mob and cracy means